What's up everyone, this is Daniel with Moment Media. Today we are going to talk about the one thing that you absolutely cannot have without, cannot be without for your camera starter kit. Let's talk about ND filters. Why do you need them? What's the big deal? Let's go. When you're first starting off as a filmmaker, you know, the first thing that you're gonna tutorial and try to figure out is the perfect settings for your camera, right? It's gonna be what is ISO, what is f-stop, what is shutter speed and all that. So what you're really trying to aim for is that beautiful cinematic footage, right? A situation that I encountered, I had the sunset coming up, you had birds on the trees, as a silhouette, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be awesome footage, right? Looking at the scene, I look at my camera and bam, it was super blown out. You got your shot ready and your camera just can't handle it. I'm like, what the heck? I'm adjusting everything, trying to get, the exposure down, and it was way all blown out. It was all white. Everything that you were trying to go for, you can't do. That's the moment I realized I needed an ND filter. That's why I say for your beginner kit, get a cheap ND filter, but get something so that you don't miss that shot. ND filters come in a variety of types. You can get fixed ND filters. So what that is, you have ND filters that have, right, a fixed, darkness, I guess, if you will, f-stop. And so, you can go through and they're all different shades here. You screw it onto your lens, they darken up your footage, and depending on the lighting conditions that you got out there, you might have to switch between one and the other to really get the exact feel that you're looking for. I wouldn't recommend fixed. I would recommend variable filters. There you go. My go-to filters is this guy right here, the SERP filter. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. But these guys right here are super high quality, but comes in this nice little leather case here. Keeps it protected, keeps it secure. Throw it in my backpack and I'm good to go. You can adjust your f-stop here. You have a 1.5 to 8 max. Essentially, you screw this bad boy onto your lens and you can twist the front of it and it darkens up and or lightens up as you twist it. So instead of with the fixed filters, you're having to switch them out to make, to get to where you want to be. Whereas this one here, you just with a flick of a wrist, you're able to adjust and get that perfect feel that you're looking for. So no need to switch anything out. It's all there for you. So on the run and gun, when you're shooting, this thing right here, gives you the most flexibility. It is awesome. Another thing that this thing comes with is it comes with these step down rings. This is a step down from 82 millimeter, which is the lens size, 82 mil. It steps down to 72 and it steps down to 77. This guy right here comes about $190 in Amazon. I'll put the link down below and you guys can check that out. So another reason why these are super important is, as you're starting off, myself included, you usually start off with not the most expensive lenses, right? But as you graduate, as you start to upgrade your lenses, those lenses will cost quite a bit. They can run upwards of $1,000, okay? So you want to protect those lenses. Although this is close to a $200, piece of glass, it's potentially protecting, a piece of glass that is 15 times more. Can't do math. A $1,000 investment, where if you drop your lens and you have this filter on, and you get into a situation where you do scratch your lens, you're scratching a $200 lens or less opposed to $1,000 lens. You can buy a new lens or buy a new filter opposed to having to replace your super expensive high quality lenses. And you know, it's good protection, but like I said, it's not just protection. It really does bring you, it gives you control over your footage and gives you such nice looking, crisp, clean cinematic footage. I actually recently was out shooting a shoot at the beach, right? And you have the sunset going down in the background, and I'm getting different angles. I'm basically moving from left to right, getting different shots. I had this bad boy on, and what this allowed me to do during the shoot, you know, as I'm moving and the sun's in the background and it's on my back, so there's not as much light coming in, and then I'm turning around, all of a sudden you got the sun in the background, it's shining straight on me. You know, instead of adjusting my settings on my camera, all I'm doing is adjusting this bad boy, you know, and keeping my shots consistent. And that's the goal, right? You want to be able to keep your shots consistent. You want to be able to control that light, but you don't want to have to necessarily adjust your camera settings. You want to keep those the same. You want to keep that feel. What this does is allows me to take control of that light while I'm shooting, while I'm moving around, and keeps you moving, keeps you shooting, so that you're focused on the shot and not fumbling around and taking stuff out and switching things around and stuff like that, right? So that's the benefit of these variable filters. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you actually took something from this. I really want to make these videos because I basically learned how to film from YouTube, watching videos just like this one, and taking tips from all these different people and, you know, applying them to my own videos. And so there's a lot of things that I got from videos and then also just learned from doing. ND filters was one of them. You know, looked up videos on which ones to buy, just like this, and hopefully somebody's looking at this in that same situation, and I'd recommend this guy right here. You know, you could buy it one time and they can last a lifetime, you know, if you take care of it. So they're well worth the investment. If you're starting a kit, if you're starting for the first time and you're trying to figure out what's the best thing to include in your kit, I would definitely include this guy right here. All right, guys, so thank you so much for joining me. If you gain anything from this, please like, subscribe, make a comment. This is Daniel with Moment Media, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I think that's right. Nice focused, what am I doing here? It's just not gonna happen. So if it fits on your lenses, hello, do me a favor, like it. Nice little